So many cities look at their code and say, no, you can't do that. And the council wanted to be different and say, the code says that you can't do that, but let's find a way to make this work. We're a contract city, so our staff is small and lean. And for us, it made sense to try to streamline as much as possible and keep it in-house and try to get rid of as many steps as possible. And we have been systematically working through our code and simplifying, and this was just a natural progression.
We sat down with the builders and developers and explained to them what the process was going to be and how it was all going to work, and went through each step that was identified through the sticky note process with them, explained why we do it, how we do it, and then actually had discussion feedback on their input from other cities or other ways that they or other recommendations that they might see better ways to do it. And with that, it was their opportunity for them to voice their concerns about, the government systems and how they've been, involved in these and other places, and including our city. So it was really interesting for us to see their perspective on how the whole system worked from their eyes. And so the input that they were giving us was really from their perspective as developers, community members, or actually business owners.
A couple of the implementation measures we've put in because of the lean process are twice a week we have department team stand-up meetings where we just kind of, like I said, 15 minutes, stand around at the table, go over the current projects and what's going on for that day. And it's a good time for people to collaborate or ask questions of other team members or other reviewers and kind of work through some of the issues that maybe before weren't always addressed just out in the open as quickly or as efficiently, but maybe would have resulted in either a more formal meeting later on or more back and forth just with correspondence or requiring an additional review.
Going through the whole development process, I mean, we've never been through a process that is this fast. And so it definitely makes you want to do business in the city of Kenmore because you trust the staff, you trust the schedules that are given, and you trust when you're going to be able to start construction, which is, in a lot of jurisdictions you have to give yourself a couple months of unknown review time back and forth, and that's the big issue. Whereas here we always anticipated we would start construction mid-May, and we were able to have permits and start construction in mid-May. And all along the way, all of the interim milestone deadlines were met also, which allowed for us to have consultants that were responsive and allowed us to be able to just set expectations on our side that the city was reliable and something that we could count on.
So all of the processes that we're trying to implement within the community is to change the character of this community into a city where people want to be, where people want to develop, where people want to live. And the lean process helps us reach that goal. And I think staff has really come through and tried to work with different developers and builders to try and make ideas work.